First carry for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move it back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he wisely will throw that one away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Caught left side, it's Beckham. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Brady now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Forced out to his left. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Second down, here's Chubb again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Brady. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Brady. They'll drop that underneath to ETN, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Brady to throw again. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. The 40. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 97 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Brady. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 45-yard line.
Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Ready? Look at me. Go.
Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play action. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A final shot before half for Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen. But when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And even 150 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He completes it to Beckham. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
From the red zone now, Wentz. That's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down, it's Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On third down, Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist to the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up fourth down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Wentz now on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 30 on second down. Wentz going out wide, finds Chubb. And that's good for a gain of 6. And just like that, it's third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnes. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Now Wentz. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, but guess what? We see
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sione Takitaki. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. To try again after the sack. Brady, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Robinson, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Now Brady. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Ready, ready. 10-2, sir. Right. Go. Ready.
On play action, Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face a third down. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
And got his man complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Brady going to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. One final try now for Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.